Materialists is the movie of 2025. I'm not being controversial and I'm not rage baiting you. I don't think Materialists is the best movie of 2025. I don't even think it's my favorite movie of 2025. But I do think that it tells us something very specific about where we are as a culture when it comes to dating. I went to grad school and I got my master's in sociology and I wrote most of my papers on marriage, divorce, cohabitation. And so I read a lot about this topic. And on this account, for the last 3 years, I've been talking about dating extensively. And discourse around this movie revealed a lot of what we think about who is worthy of love and affection and time. In case you don't know, Materialist stars Dakota Johnson as a chilly matchmaker. She is paid by the very rich to find them husbands and wives. Through the movie, she is in a love triangle with Pedro Pascal, who is a millionaire, and her ex, Chris Evans, who is a working class actor. Discourse around the movie sort of reduced it to broke boy propaganda, and I think that two separate things are sort of combining here to create a disaster. The economy is very bad right now. Every single time anyone posts about hobbies or going out or making friends or leaving your house or doing anything, every single comment is about people saying, I have no money, the economy's in the toilet, there are layoffs in every single industry, like everything is bad right now, which is very true. Additionally, like I said, I've been on this app for 3 years and I've seen the way that people on here talk about beauty and like worth and self-worth, the way that people believe that in order to be loved, you need to be beautiful, you need to be thin, you need to be white, you need to be etc., you need to be rich. And it's just getting really weird. I've written about it a ton in reference to books and movies and just things that I'm noticing in the culture. I always say the anxiously attached won dating discourse. Incels have won the internet, the way that we all talk, the looks maxing logic. High tier Becky, low tier Becky, dough pretty, bunny pretty, all of this stuff makes you nuts. Like all of it is making all of us nuts because people, the short king propaganda, right? Or the idea, the tall man propaganda, I'm looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes, right? All of this stuff really does affect us subconsciously, right? Celine Song made a movie about choosing love and like falling in love with someone despite their flaws. And the only thing people on TikTok could talk about was, why would you choose someone who wasn't rich? The only thing that matters is being rich. The only thing that matters in life is being thin and beautiful. And I was like, wait, what the fuck is happening? And that's why I think Materialists reflects a stark reality of where we are right now. I also talked about this on the podcast Maya and Fola Take Over the World. It's not only affecting one community. I've seen posts by young black girls on here saying that nobody will ever love them because they're black. I've seen posts by people saying no one will ever love them because they're skinny. This is a big problem in the gay community, right? Like the reification of beauty and like the attachment of beauty and wealth to worth is very, very bad on this app. And I've talked about it with regards to incels, right? Like there is sort of freedom in this idea that like I don't have to try if nobody will love me because I'm not 6'6" and I don't make $500,000 a year and I don't have this incredible job and I'm not like the tiniest person in the world. It stands to reason that there is a little bit of like mobility there. Problem is that we are all lying to ourselves, right? Like sociologically, does this stuff matter? Of course. Education matters, class matters, race matters, height matters. Yeah, but at the end of the day, there are people who are not rich and hot who have partners, right? At the end of the day, you have to understand that this is the real world. And I think it is the internet. I think we all need to touch grass a little bit. If you can watch a movie that says that you deserve to fall in love no matter what you look like and how much money you have, and the only takeaway you have is that's not real, the only people in life who are successful and worthy of love and affection and attraction are people who are very thin and very tall and white and rich, I'm scared for you. That is a failure of the sociological imagination. That is a failure of sociological language. Sociology exists to tell us about the world as it is, but like that doesn't mean everything. Data is not everything. There's that joke. How many of your friends have ugly boyfriends, right? We live in a society. There are plenty of people outside who are falling in love and doing the thing outside of what they look like and how much money they have. We have to free ourselves from these shackles. Let that be our lesson going into 2026. Free yourself from the idea that you are not worthy of love. I just saw a post on here by a gay guy or a bi guy who was like, I want to fall in love, but first I need to make $1 million and have an 8-pack. And I was like, sweetie, no, that's the incel logic. Do not let the internet tell you that you are not worthy of love because of what you look like or how much you weigh or how much money you have. That is bad. That is a failure of imagination. That is a failure of logic. That is a poison. That is internet poison, and we have to move away from it as we step into the new year. Please.